If you pick up a support, you suddenly don't feel the pressure to ban out the counters, but more heroes you don't want in the game.
5 seconds remaining.
If you pick up a support, you suddenly don't feel the pressure to ban out the counters, but more heroes you don't
Already picked.
Radiant
Focus a bit more.
one, but NIP I expect to be picking.
10 seconds remaining.
Offlane. They could run it 5. I feel like I enjoy the game.
5 seconds
when it's
remaining.
offlane role, buying the mech, the
NIP's turn to pick.
Omni Knight.
Sure, the very new age meta of Omni Knight.
Especially against Void, like we've seen like Blink Omni going in Guardian and Angel people when Chronos popped. It's been pretty cool.
And that's why I like this Evoker ban as well, because you have the double
10 seconds remaining.
Evoker with the Cataclysm Void very strong, but also that Tornado with that
5 seconds
it
remaining.
removes the spells, particularly the G8, it just enables fight. So that's a really high value Evoker ban, especially when you want to go like NIP here. Position 3 Magnus, you pick up a strong laner, like Witch Doctor, you can even go for a Chen that bit pushing you, suddenly you can fight. You can also pivot away from
Radiant
that,
team
go for Mag 5, and pick up like
Crystal
a...
Maiden.
Alright.
It's something that can maybe stack the camps, like you lane early, then you stack camps to this power from Magnus to help out a bit more.
Phantom
I was wondering if Sven was going to come out there, because Sven could kind of match up in terms of farm rate anyway against the Void Magnus with a bit of cleave, and then Omni Sven is such a great combo. But PA?
It's one of Doug's more enjoy heroes, he loves playing it. So, especially with Spider Pigs, they don't have this innate way to look for early fights realistically, because they've got mid snap 5, you can fight, but it's hard when you don't have setup. Snap loves moving into lane, finding free kills. When you have this Omni 5, you don't have that enabler.
It kind of
In this game, if Nip was to reveal, let's say with this pick here, they roll because it just accelerates your timings and allows your team to play behind someone. Because my fear with the Omni 5, if you don't have heroes that want to go forward and at least take these early fights, you can just feel like your map gets smaller and smaller to 10 pounds. So in this scenario, I'm not opposed to an offlane Omni, especially when you're into a Void lane. It's not like you have this non-stop pressure of death, right? An Omni's gonna... No.
deliberating over that Omni Knight and where he's actually going to be positioned.
NIP's turn to bat.
Off-lane Peru, most likely, right? With the mid Magnus now? Because isn't the Sableye the Peru player in this team, I'd expect, right?
Yeah.
We haven't really
10
seen this in
seconds
time.
remaining.
I'd assume that'd be his hero. Alright.
And Misha's the maiden player, so it
5
kind of has to be the
seconds
Supreme
remaining.
Magnus, right? Looking for the era pos 4 last.
Radiant
Unless it's some
team
like
back.
absolute left field era, position 4, CM with a position 5 Brewmaster.
It's something that's been done. You know, you think back to VP like 4 years ago, Solo was running the pos 5 Brewmaster every now and then, just hit
Yeah,
level
it's the
6, I've
CK,
got my
right?
ulti.
Yeah, it's against the CK as well, I remember
10
that.
seconds
Against like,
remaining.
yeah, CKPL.
Times. I was
5
trying to convince
seconds
Misery that it was a
remaining.
good strat. He played one game and he didn't do too well and he blamed it on the hero. Never to that day that I ever really kind of tell him it was his fault, but alas, Brew was bonkers back then. So shout out to Misery.
No more Brewmaster for us.
Exactly.
What do you even ban here as Spider Pigs?
Well, it depends on what they want, right? I think let's look at the first ban that they have, and then it'll kind of indicate maybe what they're looking to do with this Omni Knight. But it could easily just be that 5, but it would be really interesting for them to pick up a 5 that can pressure this Bruin lane, like a, I would say Witch Doctor, but someone who can have some type of lane.
NIP's turn Radiant
to
team back.
Natural against a PA, especially when you have that accelerant. It can also just outpace you.
Wait, NIP banning Doom and Tide. Where's the Mars this game? Yeah, they're banning it off lane. It's like Mars Snapfire.
True, yeah.
He's still a pretty good team fight combo that's still available.
Yeah, I guess actually if you're Spider Pigs, you probably want to put this Omni in the 5 role, simply because you need to have some hard lockdown.
5 seconds remaining.
Because you don't have that innately. The power play is just like a casual Bane last pick and just go all out, desire to fight, but that also sounds equally horrendous.
Casual Bane. I don't think I've ever heard a casual last pick Bane.
Why not, mate? What's your problem? You have a problem?
What are you advocating for here? So you heard that. Everyone in your pubs, you know, your hard support, you've queued up, you know, roll ranked. Just wait until the very last pick and pick Bane. You know, force your carry to pick early, force your mid to pick early. Just casual Bane.
NIP's turn to pick. Radiant team pick.
Skywrath Mage.
Oh yeah. Well, they banned Lesh, so it kind of, and Pugner.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes.
The mid
Any
jungle.
creativity here. We're not seeing the offlane Omni. That would be the beautiful development of meta, where we see Omni Knight finally getting picked. Oh, it's a good time. Do you want the offlanes?
A little bit, just a touch.
Bit. A smidge. But that is the key thing that Spider Pigs are presenting in this fight. They have a lot of damage mitigation in terms of the fit, right? They've got this Omni Knight to eat through Rubik Fade Bolt, the Underlord Aura, and you got PA Naturally Blur. It is going to remove the Void component from the early game, pre-BKB, pre-MKB. So it does give Spider Pigs an ability to look for that aggression. My issue is, they actually, for Spider Pigs, NOP actually has a nice amount of cheap damage to throw into Chrono, be it the CM with an ultimate, the Skyrock with an ultimate, and they have that control from the Brewmaster that if you suddenly lift up the Omni Knight, and he hasn't GA'd himself, then I think NOP has the answer, but I think the early damage mitigation might give Spider Pigs a platform to play, but their draft is so much harder to execute. They don't have this easy to use lockdown, right? They have lift, cookie, and a root.
Yeah, the Pit of Malice.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see what Mitch buys. I know he's a big fan of the Yule Scepter and Underlord, but it might be that, you know, Rod of Atos a game here, and you can go and click the banner below for EGB. Or you gamble at all. Head on over there to see the odds for the teams as we crack on game 2 of the series, NIP versus Spider Pigs. As we've got ourselves a big old circle drawn on the map as NIP want to go down south. What are they up to? What are they hunting for? Early kills?
Yeah, maybe. They have a smoke of it. They don't. They are just kind of going to wander in. We've seen that previously, these teams. The meta of bounty runes is 3 heroes go to your offlane, your safe lane goes defensive, and you get 2 runes. But Nip just going a little bit of aggression.
Nice. Magnus with a bit of a... Hello there. Step up the staircase, get up on top of the ramp.
Stop running away.
Anyone are they? Come here, PA. Come back. Crystal Maiden wants you. And Omni Knight just spamming his taunt. You can't catch us.
That is powerful.
30 seconds to battle.
Well, they get a high ground ward down, at least Magnus is going to be able to spot out any movement there, and also that bottom room Snapfire up against him mid.
Look at Spider Pigs. They opt to not secure their rune. Okay, so they are looking to. So if Charlie's able to steal this rune as well, that would be so disheartening. If an NP was to get 3 runes after showing 4 heroes bottom. Cool. Thank you, Spider Pigs, for
The battle begins.
Yeah, making sure Charlie doesn't get a sneaky one. They also got a very deep observer ward there that Rubik managed to place down. Usually we see that for courier snipes and stuff, which Rubik should be able to accomplish. But it also doubles up seeing stacks, or potentially where, you know, the Crystal Maiden's going to be hiding around, making bank for the Void later on.
Yeah, that is true. It's going to be the stack wall. Will there be a lot of stacks? I don't know. I am yet to see the day where the CM accidentally presses ult and goes, oopsie, sorry Charlie, just start your farm, you know? Maybe this is a game.
Accidentally, yeah. I was wondering what the hell Crystal Maiden's courier was doing. Is delivering a sentry into mid for Supreme. Doesn't look like there's a radiant ward anywhere nearby though. Nothing for him to de-ward. So Brewmaster Skyrath bottom against PA Omni. Be a lot of damage coming out of Era, and nothing really that Thug and LeBron can do to match up against that early aggression. Mid lane Snapfire against Magnus, and then top lane Void Maiden with Rubik Underlord. So it does feel very rough for the safe laners in both of these spots.
Yeah, I'm actually just looking at this lineup and I'm seeing this big team fight where Rude's gonna be able to take away one hero. If Omni starts getting spells out, you can spend it like a mention. Like, big fights are going to be so hard for Spider Pigs to play if they're long and drawn out. They need to look for like explosive pickoffs, and that's what we're going to be looking for. The laning phase, they need to go even. They need to start chaining some Snapfire kills and make the map small for NIP. If this is an even game, simplicity of engagement just goes towards NIP.
Putting some real pressure on Misha top. Firestorm and Fade Bolt put onto the hero. Mitch and DNZ really sticking it to the Maiden. But yeah, I think you're right. Like, the fact that the Brewmaster is going to be able to either Cyclone pre-GA or Dispel post-GA on a single core lineup where Thug is the be-all and end-all of the Spider Pig side, definitely going to cause him some worries.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And there's the career snipe from DNZ. That ward paying off. He's going to get another one, you know.
Extra cheeky.
Hide it by the tower, Void. Micro your courier, Void. Oh, Void. Yay!
Oh, look at that, Charlie.
Baited.
You can't teach that, honestly. That is just
spot on.
spot on, mate.
Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, I've got our Maiden Aura now. Arcane Aura. That's going to help the Skyra so much just to keep pumping damage towards this Omni PA lane. 16-2 on the PA though.
Like, Misha, despite that, she can't go for kills, right? Because normally on CM, if you have the build which is Mangoes, you can go for aggression. You get your second point Frostbite and you go for the fight. But when you're up against Underlord Rubik and your carry is all about physical, can't really go for that kill. So Misha just playing defensive, changes up his item build to also kind of complement that as well. Yeah, static well.
It's been really nice from LeBron down bottom, the position 5 counterpart. He's been blocking this large camp to make sure that lane equilibrium can't get dragged back. As Misha again getting gone on. Telekinesis dragged back into the Firestorm Fade Bolt, and there we go. Misha down as LeBron. The counterpart +5 is going to be this struggle for both of them against the amount of damage that both sides are putting out. Omni does drop down south. He's now high though. Oh my god! Noob takes him down. Supreme killed in the 1v1. Usually we see
Yo, Devil.
Yeah, so Noob is very low HP, very low mana, and I feel like usually we would see him just kill himself to tower, but he's stuck around here because 4-minute rune is about to spawn.
And he has the ward to find it, so he's to preemptively go bottom, but it's going to be top. Ah, there we go. Such is mid lane.
Oh, is he going to die now? Shockwave.
Nah, he's alright.
Supreme thinking about going for it, but he won't get the rune because Supreme's going to bully him away from it. So now he probably wished that he had killed himself to the tower.
Most mid lanes would have done that, especially because you have that instant reset and you don't really lose much. So Nubri banking on the 50-50, And as someone who plays position 5 and has heard my mid cry out about this, you never win the 50-50 if you get a kill. Like, it just doesn't work. Unless you're like playing at TI and already having that mojo. I think then it's kind of favourite.
You're in the groove, the rune groove.
Or in like a lower bracket playoff. We just got something.
It is difficult.
Come in to the omniscient.
Thanks to Void struggling with the CS. Charlie, that Crystal Maiden dying has made his life pretty rough. 17 CS. When you look at the PA 29, 28 on the Snapfire. Spider Pig's doing again very well coming through the long stage.
Do the damage of 2.
But this is the interesting point that I made about like the CM. CM's naturally a very aggressive hero, whereas you buy some mangoes, you skip your aura at level 2, you go for the frostbite, and you surprise your enemy with that aggression. But when you're up against Underlord of Rubik, these are the most defensive / aggressive heroes in offlane because they exist. They take away your right click damage, and they just bully you, right? Perfect.
They had the damage. I thought Thug was fine. He Phantom Strike down. It looked good. Got healed up by the Omni Knight. But Thug not having wand available or something like that. Dies to this Saberlight with Drunken Brawler, massive crits.
Mine, I think.
They're sharing the XP in bot lane. It allows Era to have non-stop scaling damage in the bot lane. He's already level 4. And at this point, he's very confident with early aggressive plays that he can make. And PA, he doesn't like playing into early magic kind of cheap damage, and that's Brew and Sky have in abundance.
Pull across from DNZ. Gonna get dragged back by the Maiden and the Void. They want to try and meet this new wave coming towards them. As we had a weird little situation where mid laners both went back to jungle to farm, and now catapult waves have arrived, and Magnus is just like, you know what? I'm going to stick around here, grab a bounty rune, refill my bottle. I'll come back and clear the catapult in a second. But pings from Noob are like, no one's here defending. Can we shove? Can I have a hero to come and help me?
Yeah, I love the warding setup from NIP, identifying how Noob likes to play this game. They have 3 very defensive wards scouting out the natural movement. Again, kind of games.
And he's very aggressive, already having Cookie. Oh, he's got a haste, never mind.
He's got a haste, he's prepared for this.
But an RP, is he prepared for that?
Dire's middle
He's
tower
still gone
is
back
under
in.
attack.
Oh dear. Yes, no, yes, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but Noob does.
Dating you. Preparation.
And now they're going to kill the Maiden. They're trying. Frostbite.
I really do, but he's a pest guy.
Yeah, and Saberlight did get dived by Thug and LeBron a little bit down bottom tier 1 while Era was missing from this bottom lane. Seems like the tanky Brewmaster with Raindrops, Stick, Soul Ring, plenty up his sleeve to keep himself alive. But the kisses from Noob, that early rotation that you've been calling for, does arrive. And the burning lava kisses will take down Saberlight, knocking out Thug and LeBron. And it doesn't look like NIP will get anything else done across the map apart from maybe a couple of stacks.
Yeah, I like how Noob identifies he can't just make that natural rotation in, but he doesn't have an active route to make the play, so he just TPs in, and it also kind of mitigates the vision that NIP had previously. When you're coming from the tower, of course, you know.
Yeah, gets a regen room, but it's a Chrono top lane. First one of the game onto the Underlord with both supports there. They'll secure Charlie a kill and a free lane for the next minute or so. And he'll have his Mask of Madness soon.
Vision
One of the
coming
problems
up
though
from
with...
DNZ.
What's he got? Oh yeah, 2 very deep walls.
Yeah, he's really just kind of invested a lot of his time into finding out his stat game, and now Noob is gonna steal it. And then
Yeah, they think the ward's up on the high ground. Now they see another big juicy stack, Cookie, straight into the middle of it. I was going to say one of the problems with this Magnus is that he's very often going to be away from the Void, not permanently empowering him, but also he's also wanting to take jungle camps and stacks himself. So all this build-up, not only does it get stolen by Spider Pigs, but it's also being leached a bit by Supreme's Magnus. So there isn't actually anything for the Void to fall back onto.
That is pretty sad. I think the Ancients, you would love to get to kind of leave for your Void. And the way in which you have mid-mag and safe lane Void, They're kind of mirroring timers when they meet up in this kind of jungle area here on the top side. They're kind of
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Charlie goes back to lane.
Dire's courier has been killed.
The rest of the jungle. When Void wants to retreat to the jungle, you have this natural shift where Void walks by top side.
No sorceries avail.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We're going to get the map opening up like that.
Who's hammered?
Uses run once again in bot lane. And
two
Dire's
supports
top
to help
tower
them.
is under attack.
exactly, yeah, supports doing their job nicely.
Radiant's
Void
bottom
TP'd out
tower
from that
is
top
under
lane.
attack.
They're all converging on his location. Telekinesis, like Rubik nearly found him. But Charlie gets a bit of an opening mid to keep on farming.
Dire's top tower
It will be
is under
Spider-Pigs
attack.
getting that first tier
Dire's
1 though up
tower
top.
has fallen.
And looking at the net worth, it is 3 green heroes all taking the top 3 spots. Snapfire, Underlord, and then
Radiant
PA is in 3rd
structures are
position.
fortified.
Underlord has had a great game. And he's
Radiant's
already
bottom
got
tower
the
is under
majority of his
attack.
mech done. Going to give them a really good position to play from. That sustain's going to help them against Chrono. I mean, if he goes Greaves, against the Silence, against all the stuff here from NIP.
Key thing here is, if we look at vision once again, the way that Nip has this kind of triangular vision, it protects them from any entry into triangle where the Void is farming now. So you have this defensive line where the Mag will tank ganks enter into their jungle. Void can farm the angels. And you have the
Radiant's bottom
nice
tower
little
has
diamond
been denied.
Really nice. Dogcrypt into mid lane, denies the tower. Chatwheel comes out from LeBron. And mirror movement from NIP. Denied feels pretty bad, but we're still waiting for this Mystic Flare Chrono play. Oh, stolen in power. That's huge. Level 4 in power on PA. Go, farm the jungle. Quickly, Thug. I think I lost T. I'm sure he's excited by that. Cookie is going to try and push out that mid wave. And this PA sitting back in the jungle. Hello, T. You're
Radiant
excited by the
are
Empower being
scanning.
stolen?
I had the wrong mic on, so I caught.
Oopsie daisy. Mitch is going to get blown up in mid lane, but the kisses are coming. Snapfire landing them in on top of them, but the Brewmaster splits and he does run forward. After Mitch, they want some bonus kills. Cyclone the Grandma, focus the Omni Knight, but they don't have to follow
Radiant's
through. The Chrono's
middle
being
tower
held by
is under
Charlie.
attack. Radiant
try and focus
structures
down this
are
tier 1.
fortified.
The threat of the RP and the Chrono's still there though. And Spider-Pig's got to be very wary about how they initiate. They just throw the Chrono onto the Rubik. Why the hell not? Take a preview. Shockwave pulls him out though. A little bit wonky, but they'll still move forward. And RP catching both on the high ground.
Radiant's
Beautiful
middle
from
tower is
Supreme.
under attack.
Freezing Fields onto Thug. He Phantom Strikes off to the side, trying to get in on top of Magnus. But a bit of a split fight there. Looked like it should be better for NIP, but he does still get the Shockwave. Looking forward with a bit of mouse now. Mitch respawns and arrives again. Into the midst of the battle they go, and it looks like NIP want to disengage as quickly as possible. No more stuns. And that means they all TP back safely.
That Spider-Pig, they just realised, well, where's our
Double damage.
right? You see Thug, he loves to try and get involved, and he jumps in. It's like, I just don't really do anything, do I? Perseverance, PA. They realise
Dire's
no big
structures
spells right
are
now, so they are trying to go on the aggression.
All ones will
Aggressive.
break.
Mate, you know what? My mojo's been all off book, they're ripped.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice little shockwave drag back. DNC being focused, but Cookie to save him. The Mystic Flare zones him back. That's a good telekinesis, but it's not going to save his life as NIP again charging forward. And even though you're right, they don't have these big spells, they're on cooldown, but they're able to keep going because this Skywrath mage from Era. They're just pumping magic damage non-stop. They do skewer back, and the PA is focusing down onto Misha, but Mitch being traded back doesn't feel good for Spider-Pigs. Now NIP, they can just reset, try and bait this PA in a little deeper potentially. She's facing off against the Faithless Void. Does have that Heavenly Grace on her, but a time walk out of there. There's going to be no issues whatsoever if he even wants to use it. He actually time walks forward. It's going in.
Fight. Oh, yeah. Oh no.
Kisses cancelled with an RP backup. Supreme's got them both in with a skewer, and Sableye gets the double. Now nobody wins.
Oh, the miscommunication there between
Radiant's
the PA and
middle
the Snapfire.
tower
That
is
easily
under
could have been
attack.
Charlie dying to the combo of Snapfire, but then the PA just kind of angles away slightly. Cookie just completely misses, and then yeah, Nip coming out on top once again. And And these are the type of fights that will benefit Nip heavily because they're able to pressure, close out the map from Spider Pigs, and after the fight, PA, and like, think about the positioning on the map, right? When Nip just exits the
Dire's
fight,
middle
they can
tower
instantly
is
swarm the
under
jungle,
attack.
empower on the cores, farm it up quickly. Spider Pigs, on the other hand, they have to slowly PA's farm out one camp. The Snapfire is like sharing the same lane. It's really difficult for them to suddenly just open up the map again. And this is where Nip will be able to accrue big leads.
Yeah, forcing PA just to join fights in the beginning doesn't feel good at all. She wants to be, you know, like an anti-mage almost, you know, ignoring, dodging fights, maybe thinking about TPing in when they look good, but you don't want to be, you know, stuck, embroiled in a kind of bogged down fight as you are marching and wading through a lot of these big ultis, which NIP want to use. Yeah, they've got Chrono Freezing Field. Why the hell not? Supreme doesn't have RP, but he's got Blink Skewer on this mid Magnus. They know where the PA's been. She wants top. Oh, dear me. Hello, they find LeBron. They want folk, though. Doesn't look like... Oh, there it is. The Chrono with Mystic's Flare. They do find the PA as Rubik has TP'd in, rotating to help. But I think it's going to be a sacrifice here, regardless. Time dilation to slow him down as the focus of the Omni Knight is caught up in Supreme Skewer. Down goes LeBron, and it looks like D&D's going to be following him. Back away. It's a freebie tier 1 here for NIP again. Sableye is just like, cool, you guys did a great job up there. I'm going to farm middle.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Kisses. Big kisses into the pit, and they've got Supreme. Wow.
Sure. They got a kill.
Trade in for the tier 1.
Yeah, why not? But
Radiant
Spider Pigs are really
structures
struggling
are
with their
fortified.
ability to just stop the aggression from NIP. They don't have this lockdown from their position 5. They don't have anyone who really wants to be activated from the Omni right now. But PA, sure, when she has Battlefield Death with BKB +1, like, she's gonna happily love getting all the benefits of an Omni in her team. But right now, like, does your Underlord really want to get this? No. Does your Snapfire do anything? No, she sits so far back, and it allows NIP to utilize their heroes. Even when they don't chrono, they're still forcing the objective mid.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder about Mitch's item build here. You know, he's going for the Greaves, which seem pretty good against time dilation, the Ancient Seal, the silences, and annoying spells from NIP. But if they don't have... And it also allows them to frontline a bit with the tankiness, but if they don't have catch, if they don't have the ability to either catch and go on someone, or catch and run away from someone, you're left in these stranded situations where Omni Knight just gives his life, you know, casts some spells and he's dead. You can't really disengage. Noob playing onto Misha. A little gobble up there, Aghanims from Noob, gonna claim a kill on support at least. But then you look at the map and yeah, you're absolutely right. T, Charlie's in jungle with Empower. Ancient stack cleared up. Hero gets farm bomb on. He's already got E-Clans on his Skyrock Mage in their mid lane. They're trying to primal split. Sableye fake pumping it there.
Middle tower
Heard the animation
has
sound come out. Doesn't feel like he desperately needs to, but he might if Spider Pigs are sprinting towards him. Cookie onto Sableye, but he dodges it. The side step, and now the split. He's got the pit down, but Underlord, what's going to do? Try and dark rift away. Damage a little bit lacking until Supreme arrives, and the Magnus will help secure it with Era now. They've got the Storm Panda running forward, Cyclone DNC. Get him a pebble, chucked onto the Rubik, and DNZ is being whacked around. Yeah, they've left in the Cyclone with the LeBron Omni Knight, and the PA's like, cool, I'm out of here. Or am I? Oh, Supreme's got him with the skewer of the RP. You're not dodging out this one. NIP on a roll. The Chrono onto the Snapfire as well. Cycling through their ultis beautifully. NIP just cruising to victory here in game 2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Interesting Dire Observer on top of the tier 1. I guess it's not going to get dewarded, and when that tower falls, it will give them some nice vision. Sableye just walking straight into this one. Doesn't have Primal Split, and he's pretty low on the old HP. Supreme thinking about jumping forward too, but they're trying to blow the PA. Phantom Strike is ready, but they've got a net. Thug is way too far forward. I think he thought that he could just jump back out, but they've got that net on him. Now the Guardian Angel's forced out. LeBron's trying to get away from Era, but the chase forward now, it is substantial pitch. He gets a pick, but the Dark Rift is counted out by his death. The kisses are good though. Noob finally getting something to go despite a big way, but Charlie is chasing forward and killing off LeBron. Do we have Chrono not for a minute, so it's going to be a dangerous time here for Charlie as he'll try and time walk and time dilate, and Supreme focusing DNZ, and Noob just ripped apart. Retreat, raiding bottom jungle, says the Grandma.
Time is money.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire. Dire are scanning.
Unseen, but not unstewed.
Oh, they might find the PA. If Thug hits a creep here, he hits a creep there. They know. Oh, they don't go for him though. I don't think they saw it the first couple of times, but Supreme has pinged it out now, and he just jumps over her head. Void and Sky,
Dire's
they're both coming
bottom tower
across.
is under attack.
Thug doesn't have a TP. 5 seconds without it. Era. Oh, he's in there. He's found him. Hello. I've got you. Silence net. Mystic Flare. That's a solo
Dire's
kill.
bottom
Pos
tower
4
is
takes
under
out the
attack.
Pos 1. Easy as you like. I mean, Brewmaster's queuing up an Aghanim Scepter. I'm not seeing... I guess we don't see Brew much, but I've not seen Brew Ags in a long time. On the splits, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
Mid lane,
is under
hello.
attack.
Misha just glimmer capes away, and Era's like, I have got so much damage. DNZ, you have no idea. And it looks like Supreme is jumping forward aggressively towards Noob. We're going to TP attempted, and the Skewer just cancels it out immediately. Very optimistic from Noob. And Supreme's laughing at him as well. Down goes the Grandma. Primal Split was expended for this, so it looks like NIP want to get themselves at least a tier 2.
Radiant's
maybe
middle
even,
tower is under
mid
attack.
and bottom tier 2s here. 9 to 28. There we go. That very good. Another great word. Get your Saurus out there, T. Yeah, he's been critted. Fade
Radiant's
bolted by
bottom
DNZ.
tower is under
A
attack.
little bit too far forward. Like Misha TP top to defend. Charlie's farming bottom lane. Supreme. He's found LeBron. Solo RP on the Omni Knight. Yeah, what's this Chrono happening? The Void has taken down Thug. That's the bigger kill I should be looking at. Bit of mouse is there, but GG's cool. They just tap out. 24 minutes in, and B have crushed them.
That's something good, baby.
NIP. Victory.